letting everybody get on up in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm great.
Go, what's up, everybody? Come on in.
You live?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah,
We just
I ain't
getting it
know.
together. You ready? Whenever you ready. If you ever ready, come on in.
I'm going. Go ahead.
You do what you need to do. I got it pointed toward me now. Yeah, we getting ready to do this, y'all. Little live interview, you know what I'm saying? Big live interview. We finna talk some good stuff. I'm just gonna be asking the questions. He gonna be doing the talking.
No doubt.
So thanks for everybody who's coming in to listen. Cooks 24 on the highs and lows. You know we still going. We here at Riverside, enjoying this nice weather out here. Finna talk some good stuff. Mr. J.smith, you know what I mean? Let him speak his part. My man right here, you know what I'm saying? He got some good information, got some good things to say.
No doubt.
My personal opinion, as far as I know, is a good brother to me. So, that being said, you know what I mean? We're going to get started in just a few moments. Just letting everybody come in, support us, people who here. Shout out COC The Kitchen in Moulton, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cornelia Smith, Jalen Gregory, you know what I'm saying? Smith fam, what's up? I see y'all. Gerb TV, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? We here. Cooks 24, I'm back in the building.
No doubt.
We outside.
we live
You know what I'm
with it.
saying? So we're going to get started in just a few moments. Letting the air breathe a little bit. We're going to talk some good stuff. Any comments, any questions, anything that anybody want to say, please drop it right there, if you don't mind. What up, cuz? I see y'all. What's up, Roger? Just saying what's up to a few people out there. Everybody in the park. What up, everybody in the park? They ain't out here yet, but they coming. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I'm finna switch the camera over. This is the man of the hour. Mr. J.smith, what's up, man?
What's up, big dog?
You know what I'm saying? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, you're welcome,
No
man.
doubt,
You know
no
what I'm
doubt.
saying? Well, we here today, man, to talk a little bit about society, talk a little bit about yourself, talk a little bit about, you know, Alabama,
No doubt.
what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and your thoughts on it, you know what I'm saying? And this is something that I've been doing with numerous people around the city who, you are a person to me that you building on something, you're trying to build, and you ain't trying to tear down.
No doubt.
And that's the most important part. That's what I'm all about, and that's what Cooks 24 is all about, building up and not tearing down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, I'm going to start with the first question is, what has been one key to your success so far, you know what I mean, in your life right now? What's been the biggest key to your success?
Communication.
Communication. Go on and elaborate on that a little bit.
Communication with people amongst, you know, I do business with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with the music business. Communicating with various people, that's different managers, publishers, artists, record company owners, record executives, assistants, A&R, all kind of stuff, you know, dealing with the music business. That has helped this company, you know, become successful and get to interviewers, DJs, I mean, podcasters. I mean, it's so many different things that make up the music business. It's not just artists and managers and labels no more.
Okay.
It's so many people like you blow artists up. You know what I mean? So, you know, just communicating, building a great relationship with people, and really just, you know, that communication is key, man. Like, you know, you don't want to burn no bridges in this business because you never know who's going to be in charge of what. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you want to stay a genuine brother at the end of the day.
Okay.
So, you know, that's key. That's what helps this company get to where we need to be. It's really just communication, dog. It's just communication, you know what I mean?
What are some of the major changes in your life you've made, you know what I'm saying, to get to this point right here?
Several, I mean, you can look at this a good way or a bad way. Severing ties with people that I was doing business with, and not necessarily artists. It's just people that I was doing business with. You know what I mean? Ever since, you know, I've cut my team down as I have, it's skyrocketed. Due to the pandemic, everything slowed down, but before that halt, you know, I have a solid team behind me that's helping this company get to where it needs to be. And we're really on the verge of skyrocketing, man. You know what I mean? It's just building that foundation work. That's all.
Now, since we touched on the pandemic, which is one of the biggest issues that we got going right now, how has that pandemic affected you and your family?
Wow. Well, the family is we all healthy. You know, thank God on
God
that.
Bless. God bless.
And good mind, good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as in doing business, it has slowed us down as a team tremendously. I mean, to a complete halt. Like I'm not even really, the company's not even promoting anything right now because there's so many different things going on amongst the black community. And I feel like if I don't speak on it, I'll be less of a man, because if it wasn't for the black community, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now.
Okay.
So it's only right to kind of put everything I have on hold to speak on these matters, to be on the forefront, to, you know, push protests and legislation. I can't say legislation. Yeah. To get where it needs to be. You know, if it wasn't for these things, you know, the black community, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you, dog. I mean, because the number one support has been the black community.
Okay.
Who's shown up to King Montez shows, black people. Who's shown up to Mills of Money, my rap artists, black people. Who's buying our merch, who's streaming our music, who's watching our videos, who's watching our interviews, who's, you know, word of mouth put me in position to win. It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's black people. And there has been white people, no doubt, but the majority rules. That is black folks.
Right.
So, you know, it has affected, but I'm thinking that I just want us as a people, because, you know, it hit us the worst.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just want us to be more socially aware and conscious of how to stay safe, and to stay open-minded, to, you know, just being safe, man, because you don't want to go out here and be partying and clubbing and turned up and get sick and not know it, and come home to your grandma, granddad, or kid, and they get it because you want to have fun. So be vigilant of the ones around you. You know what I mean?
So what do you think, what is your opinion or fact in us keeping this common evil from us division? Like, how can we keep this common evil from keeping us divided? You know what I'm saying? What's your...
I mean, you must white and black, right?
Yeah, elaborate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing is, you know, when it comes to racial structure, right?
Right.
When it comes to racial structure, if you're living in 2020 and you don't see the divide, then you lost, for one. Okay. Two, if you don't see the problem, you're lost. If you don't see the solution, then you lost, because this is basic checkers. You know what I'm saying? Basic math. 1 + 1 is 2. Black people were enslaved for 100 years. After that was Jim Crow. Pre-Jim Crow, then Jim Crow, and then that came the crack epidemic, and there's so many other ways. You know, the 99. I ain't gonna say the crack bill, but it was the bill that Joe Biden signed on it. Charlamagne the guy, he speaks on it more. I forgot the name of it right now, but forgive me for that. But it was the bill that would put more time behind a first offender that's with a drug offense, give him 100 million years. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's not going to give that many years, but I'm just using retrospect. So, you know, as black people, when you see these rioters and these people that's looting and these people that are protesting, I mean, before you point a hand at these people, point every single finger you have back at America. Mm-hmm. Because I'm surprised black people have not snapped before my generation even came along, because of what we've been through. Now, the way to fix these things is putting black people, and I'm finna start from the top to the bottom, local government, city councilmen, sheriff officers, chiefs, principals, putting black people in, right black people, mm-hmm. and that want to do right by black people, putting them in position of power. Like I said, start from the bottom all the way to the top. Let's go to the top. Okay. The music industry is 100%, the #1 genre is hip hop, which is a black culture. It's 90% black, right? Right. All these major record companies and movie companies, that Black Panther did $1 billion. That's Marvel's first $1 billion film, which is a black film. Mm-hmm. In film, in music and film, there's not one black executive. There's not one black CEO. There's not one black CEO and founder of a major corporation like a Marvel or a Disney or Universal or Warner Brothers. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I feel like black people, we have came far when it comes to what we were, slavery and segregation. But I feel like we're still a standstill when it comes to working for them still.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I feel like we need to, people in power, not just donating millions of billions of dollars to Black Lives Matter. That's cool and all, but putting people of my color in positions of power to make real change. Because you can't come in my community and make a change if, one, you don't look like my community, and two, you're not from my community. Just giving us money that's not the solution. The solution is finding the problem. Okay, these kids' educational system needs to be fixed. How is that? Let's go back to the root source on that. There's over 40 million over 40 million Americans unemployed right now. I can guarantee you, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I guarantee you it's a majority is more black.
Okay.
Let's go back to, let's get these African American teens and young adults better job. And that goes back to, once again, education. Let's just help. Let's start with the root, and the root is the system. Let me tell you something. OG told me this. He said, I was like, man, the system ain't made for us to win. The system is not made for us to win. And he was like, Jameers, the system was made for us, period. So in order to fix the system that was made for us, period, create our own system. And black people need to have more ownership, like Cook's 24 Podcasts, and Pyramid Gang Entertainment, and Pyramid Media Films, and J.smith Enterprises, and all the business endeavors I've been with. We need more black-owned business, not just to flourish, but to explode amongst others, to have them do the same thing. It's like a domino effect in the black community. It needs to happen.
Okay. All right.
I know I said a lot,
well said, but that's well said though. That's well said though. I mean, you got to say a lot. Sometimes you have to say a lot to get your message across. You know what I'm saying? Working harder and working smarter. You think you can separate the two with the way times is going now? You know, working harder.
No doubt. Well, working harder, working smarter. You gotta look at it like this.
And the reason why I asked you that is because of who you are and how you picked yourself out the ground.
No doubt.
It's okay.
No
Go
doubt.
ahead.
No doubt. Okay. If there's a field out here and I have 1,000 seeds, it's gonna take me forever to individually plant those seeds one by one. It'll get done. Don't get it twisted. It'll get done. You do it one by one. That's working harder. But if I have a tractor that can plant all these seeds in less than half a day, that's working smarter. And I feel like in our community, we've done a lot more working hard than working smart on some endeavors. I feel like how we can change that is, like I said, going back to the root source, putting black people in positions of power to be able to have, like, you understand something. What's not learned was never taught. If I don't know something, that means I was never taught it. You know what I mean?
Word.
So, and I'll pass that generation, and eventually become a generational curse of us just working hard. And nothing wrong with it, but there has to be a time where if we're working hard through all these generations, there should be a pinnacle where somebody, okay, what's another way? And that's working smarter. What's another way of us getting to where we need to be by systematically working smarter? And I feel like black people have crossed that threshold, definitely my generation, because we're more, I'm not gonna say resentful, we're more militant.
Okay.
A lot of revolutionary brothers is in this generation. I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm not gonna talk behind the camera how I feel just because I don't want to temper or sour any business endeavors with my Caucasian counterparts in the future.
I got you.
I'll be damned. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for my people. I'm a dark-skinned black man, so you know for a fact. I mean, you gotta understand something. If you are, somebody asked me this, how do you feel about black trans life or black gay people life matter? Check this out. A racist don't care if you are black and gay, and you're black Trump supporter, or you're a black atheist, or you're a black sexist, or whatever. Because those are internal. Your religious views and your political orientation and your sexuality are all inner. Nobody knows about these things until you say them or show it. The first thing a person that's in systematic racism sees is your skin color, because that's blatant.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word.
So I feel like all those laws matter, because when you say black lives, there's black Trump supporters, there's black gay people, there's black politicians, there's black everything. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, is the culture. Is we as a people, we have to start looking at us and stop individually picking out, well, what about I'm black but I'm gay, I'm black but I'm this. And at the end of the day, we all sisters, bro. We all black. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So we have to just live on one accord. Until we get that on one accord, we shouldn't move forward.
Because one thing I learned my few years on this world is that folks don't like when you positive all the time. They don't like it when you try to bring folks together all the time.
Right.
They don't like it when you network and you get into knowing people. There's some out there that don't like that.
Right.
But I don't care.
No doubt.
Because that would make me feel better. That's what make me feel good.
Change is key.
When I can bring two strangers together and an actual progress come out of it,
Right.
I know that I done made a change somewhere.
Right.
It might not be a change to change the whole world, but it's a change to change something for right then, right there. Because everything start with an idea, don't it?
100%.
Everything start with a thought, don't it?
100%.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I know what I know a little bit. All right, let me ask you this.
No doubt.
Now, even though it's a shame that I didn't know enough about it, but Juneteenth was it's something big, man. It's more than what I even knew. Like, I don't even remember my mom and pops ever telling me nothing about Juneteenth. So, for whatever that you know, what Juneteenth mean to you for as far as what you know about it so far?
Well, I'm doing a little more reading on it. I feel like that it should be a celebration because you gotta understand something. The reason why Juneteenth was not taught in school and was not pushed upon the black community is because when the year 1776, July, when that bill was signed and we in America became free from Britain and whatnot, all that made America one, United States, and that made America one, right? And if you are American citizen, if you become American citizen, you fall under that. When black people became free and became under the United States of America, we became citizens of America. That kind of overruled that because it's like, well, y'all were free on that day, but the country as a one, we were free on this day, which is 4th of July. So they overthrew Juneteenth and made 4th of July for everybody, quote unquote. When obviously black people equally was not given the same economic rights or just decency, you know what I'm saying? So the reason why they wasn't taught in school because they felt like it wasn't important how they were free, and they didn't want to free us. They didn't want to free us. So of course they're going to teach something that they didn't even want. The country didn't want freedom, free slaves. And I don't care the union, whether the union fought for slavery. No, let me explain something to people. When Abraham Lincoln wanted to free the slaves, he didn't actually care about freeing the slaves. He knew that in order for this country to win against any other threat against America, we have to be one. Which means there is no confederacy and union. It has to be one. That's why it's called the United States of America. He knew that if with the Confederacy, because they were under their own laws, which was not just slavery, all kind of laws of their own. You know what I mean? And they feel like they didn't have to listen to Lincoln, and that made them divided. So if there was a threat, domestic or from across the water to come attack us, we will lose every time because we're so divided amongst each other. So he knew that in order for us to get rid of the Confederacy, which was because the Union didn't have slaves, so to get rid of slavery, they would have to destroy the whole Confederacy. The Confederacy didn't care about. They had 1,000 different rules outside the Union, but the number one was they wanted to keep slavery, and keep black people in bondage. And Lincoln was like, well, if you're going to follow under this law, they have to abolish. So that's why that happened. Not necessarily because he had a change of heart, because he knew that this country would be weakened if it was divided. Little history lesson.
And it's hard to get people to listen, understand that,
right?
Because times move so fast now. It's like, times move so fast now. It's like, if you ain't telling people the exact answer, they don't want to hear the information. Right. And that's the important part. Before you get the answer, you got to know the information.
And I'm going to cut you off. In order for Juneteenth to be on the same equality as 4th of July, it'll take generations to know this holiday.
I got you.
Because without anybody telling you on 4th of July that you finna go to some barbecue, you finna pop some fire. You finna see somebody pop some firecrackers. Go pop some firecrackers. Y'all finna drink, play cards, have a good old joyful time. Baked beans, baked macaroni and cheese. Everybody finna get turned.
Yeah.
Because that was systematically in our communities passed down through generation through generation through generation.
Okay.
In order for the black community to respect this holiday and put it on the same equal level as the 4th of July, we're gonna have to pass this down to our kids, our grandkids, our great-great-grandkids, and so on and so on.
Okay. Following up on that, in your opinion or fact, What would it take to make things better for us as human beings, period? In your opinion, and let's just say for our city of Decatur.
One, start with understanding. Point Mallard, people that live in Point Mallard, have full understanding why the people that's living in Sunset living in that predicament. And don't just think that these people lazy, they don't want to work, they don't work for the ghetto. That's not true. Systematically, we were placed in certain positions to not get ahead. When I say Point Mallard, I mean the white people that live there, that has an economic jump start. You see what I'm saying? That has an economic, you have an economic jump start. You see what I'm saying? So have full understanding of why these people in this predicament. Two, for us as a city, you know, because even though I'm not here like that, but you know, as Decatur, to be one, to respect the community that's in that has been oppressed. Because I can't sit and be like, well, we should respect one another. Because I tell you this, I don't care if you're a rich or poor black person. You walk into a store, you see an old white person, they automatically gonna say yes ma'am or no ma'am. You don't really hit on a lot of times I walk past these people, they don't acknowledge me. So let's start with respecting the oppressed community, which is brown and black people. You see what I'm saying? And putting these people that are educated, brothers and sisters, black and brown, and not just black people, Hispanic as well, putting these people in positions of power to move forward. And don't just choose any one of these black or brown people. These people need to come from the community. They need to have relations with the community, and they need to have an agenda for the community. We're not just going to elect you because you're brown or black. We're going to elect you because one, we're hoping that you're going to be that color, and two, we're going to hope that you have an agenda to move this city forward. Because if you don't notice, 3 weeks ago, a video of me went viral right here.
I remember.
Not one city official has reached out to me. I'm not even going to call names, but not one of them have reached out to me to how can we change that, Mr. Smith? Because my voice is loud. I knew that video was going to go viral. Hell, this interview may go viral because I have a following. Now, once again, people, I'm not asking for a seat at the table in Decatur. I'm not asking for that because I feel like that's not my calling. But I do give it to brothers like D.T. Shackelford, Chester Ayers, Miss Curtis Steen White. These people are in positions to make change in this city, and the people that are in positions, they need to put these people in position. These people are from the community, they're for the community, and 100% willing to move this city forward. You gotta understand something. There's less than 20% black-owned business in the city of Decatur.
That's a shame.
You feel what I'm saying? So what can we do to change it? These people have plans and agendas to change it, and I feel like we need to put these people in positions of power to move forward the culture.
And when you say more black businesses, you don't mean because you know some people take that as a scratch in the face or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh well, what about, you know what I'm saying? What you're saying is you want our culture to have a stronger.
I'm gonna take it there. I don't mean a chicken joint. I don't mean a hair salon or a barbershop. Those are all pillars of the community, or a liquor store. I mean, we need factories. We need industry in this city ran and owned by black people. If there's giving grants, if there's giving loans, if there's putting these people are educated and have the experience and positions to win. I mean, we need to bring jobs to this community. When I mean jobs, I don't mean a Daikin or something like that, because these are Japanese or white owned. I mean a black. We need like Atlanta. Atlanta is striving. Atlanta is Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. Black Wall Street, Black Hollywood at that. So we need to bring that to this city because the demographic in this city is over 45% black. So why is that the demographic of black-owned businesses is less than 20%? I have a million different reasons. I'm not going to exonerate on them, but I know for a fact why, and they need to change. They need to change immediately. It's going to change with my generation. I enforce it.
You enforce it.
Yes.
And you enforce it because
because one thing about me is I have 3 children, right?
Okay.
And to move forward, generational wealth, it has to be passed down, not to them, not to their kids, that my great-great-great-grandkids. I saw the statistic. It says in order for black America to catch up with its white counterparts systematically and financially and economically, it'll take 285 years.
For real, and I bet a lot of people don't believe that.
Look at the numbers, stats. Numbers would never lie.
Numbers don't lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something that they never change. Numbers do not lie. Now,
look at me go. I sound like Professor Spellman.
hey, you better
but I know
let
my
it out.
stuff though,
You
man.
gotta
I know my
it.
stuff.
Now, as a citizen, you know what I'm saying, as a black citizen, you know what I'm saying, I'm asking you this strictly as a human being. Do you feel safe? Do you feel unsafe? Do you feel like you always got to watch your back? Like, how do you feel as Mr. Smith yourself?
You talking about
not Pyramid Gang?
Yeah, no doubt.
Not just,
as a black man,
just you.
You talking when it comes to policing, right?
Anything like that. Just do
honestly,
you feel safe in your cities?
At times I do. Decatur is relatively a safe city, right? I've been to cities where violence is 24/7. So Decatur is relatively a good a city of where violence don't really happen, right? But so I'm not really worried about on that aspect. But I am worried when I know I have done nothing wrong and a cop approaches me or gets behind my car. Even if they don't pull me over, I get the jitters. I get nervous. Even I don't smoke nor drink. You never catch nothing in my car, but I know for a fact they don't matter. You know what I mean? So there's different organizations in Decatur that's ran by African Americans that you can get behind and support. They can push certain legislation bills that certain bills that will pass that will get this city to where it needs to be when it comes to jurisdiction of policing. So yeah, I think that when it comes to that, I don't feel as safe, but I can be if certain things were fixed.
Okay. Oh, and we next to the last question, and this one here is one that I want you to really elaborate on. Well, what makes a negative vibe stay alive in your eyes? And when I ask you that, I'm talking about the racism. I'm talking about the people that don't help the homeless. I'm talking about the wars. What you, in your opinion, because I know you have went against some hatred.
Right.
I know you have fought against some haters.
Right.
I know you've had to show people you wrong, I'm right, and this is why. I know you've had to prove yourself even without having to prove yourself, because you know who you are when you look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And I come to you and I shake your hand every time I see you.
No doubt.
But there's other people out there in the city that feel different. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, in your opinion, building a company from hands to ground up, what makes a negative vibe stay alive? And when you trying to do better?
Well, a negative vibe stay alive is a perception.
Okay. And also throw in how you cancel it out.
Yeah, perception. So, if a person doesn't know me, they only hear about me, and they have a pre-misconception of me. The way to fix that is meet me, know me, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people have told you something about me, and when you met me, out the window.
It's out the window.
Because my aura is pure.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? What's from the heart reaches the heart.
Right.
And that's about fixing the solution. Well, showing people that you're not the way the streets or whoever put this stand in your name that you are. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, really just staying pure, just staying positive. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be a spokesman. I'm not trying to be I'm not gonna say I'm not trying to be a role model because I have children, so that's canceled. I'm automatically that.
Okay.
So, but I am trying to be. Excuse me, I'm can't have the word trying to. I am. I feel like a pillar in the community in a way that they do listen to what I say and they do honor what I say. So. So I have to keep my name and keep my tail clean. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So and not just for that reputation, it's just for my family's reputation. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be like, well, that's your brother, he's so and so. That's your sister, he's so. Well, that's your dad, he's so and so. I want everybody that know me or that know of me, the majority rules, which means if the majority of people feel that I'm a genuine brother, it'll stick.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? No doubt.
Yes, sir. And last question, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you take as long as you want.
No doubt.
Black Lives Matter. What does that exactly mean to you?
I really had to use the word Black Lives Matter, but I'll elaborate on it.
How would you use?
Yeah. Because the reason I wouldn't like to, I would use the word, but I feel like I shouldn't have to force and protest to show you my Black Lives Matter. I know my life matter.
Okay. You
know my life matter, and if you don't feel like it matters, then we have an understanding. You don't like me, I don't like you. Let's stay away from each other.
Okay.
But I get the movement. I understand it.
Okay.
It's no different from the civil rights movement. It's just of this generation.
Okay.
And I feel like what they're doing with it what I've seen is positivity. It's really trying to enforce something, and it's really trying to push an agenda, and it's really trying to move this culture in the black community to a whole nother level. So I support them 110%. There's black people behind it.
Yes, sir.
So no doubt, positive at that. So I'm 100% with that, and I feel like if we keep this protesting and keep this enforcing, going, it'll eventually come to an end. But by the time it comes to an end, black people will systematically and economically be where they need to be.
Okay, all right, word up. A question that I have, I asked you, but I have a question. I was wondering, out of everything that's been going on the past 2 or 3 months, I was just wondering, would you have an opinion on why haven't the homeless people been helped so much? Because they have not been mentioned, like, not one time.
And I feel like those things where city officials should take that into consideration.
Back to the city, okay.
And fix that,
okay.
Because they have the power, they have the jurisdiction to handle that. Not saying that the community can't help, but the city has way more money than the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could fix certain problems. This pandemic is going on. There shouldn't be a homeless, especially not in the city of Decatur. There shouldn't be a homeless person on the road right now.
What would you do? What would you do to help them out? Like, if you just throw something out there.
I would enhance sheltering.
Okay.
I would enhance feeding them.
Okay.
I would enhance education. I would not necessarily going back to school. I'm talking about getting them the basic reading, writing,
clean them up,
so they can get a job and get on their feet.
Yeah.
There's no program to help these people. This is not New York. That's not 1,000 homeless people here. The people that are here can be fixed, can be helped. It's just that the people in power, are they even trying? Man, I damn near run for mayor if I keep this up.
But that's true though, because we hear a lot about the color, and we hear a lot about money, and we hear a lot about who life matter, but ain't nobody mentioned the homeless folks yet. Let me say that again. Ain't nobody mentioned the homeless folks yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. They need help too.
Because people look at homeless people as in they should die off, digress with. And that's
because you know what?
I don't feel like that.
I ain't seen not a homeless person yet say nothing about, well, homeless life matter,
right.
But they don't matter because y'all ain't caring about them no way.
Right. And homeless and poverty can easily be fixed.
You know what I'm saying?
That's systematically controlled. So I feel like that can be helped. Like I said, the city of Decatur is small. These problems can be fixed.
Right.
Blink of an eye.
Jump out, blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye. Now, when these problems become fixed and you reduce, look here, you can't fix every problem in the world.
Right.
But if you are in a position of power, that a system that has created for certain people to be in the positions they are in can be altered. It can be fixed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my opinion.
All right. Well, do you have any last words? Any shout outs?
Shout out to the whole PG staff, whole PG team. Shout out to my my whole entire family. Shout out to everybody supporting me as an individual, what I'm doing. Shout out to my business associate. Just basically shout out to the whole 256, man. We in the building. And all Pyramid Gang Entertainment. I had to throw that out there.
You see it?
I ain't mentioned it not one time, but I had to throw it out there.
Oh man.
Black Power.
You know what I'm saying? I want to send a shout out to Sean 3. I see you on there, man. Remember the power to vote. Power to vote. Register. You vote. You vote.
No doubt. Register. Yeah.
Register. Vote. Power to vote. Everybody, make sure that you vote. You make a change. Stay cool. Stay straight. You know what I'm saying? This is J.smith right here. You know what I mean? And I am Coos 24.
Yeah.
And we finna be out. Thank for everybody who watched. Thank everybody who support. COOKZ24. Still on the highs and the lows. And we'll holler at y'all. Peace.